All right, let me make sure I get this going. I'll be good. Yeah, 15. All right, let's take a look at it. Let's see. Let's see what we got. Make some money. I'm already up. I ain't going live, fam. Last week was the first time in a while I got smacked by the markets. Felt good. It humbled the fuck out of me. It said, boom. Let me see that cash. I said, okay. I said, you got this one. Let me back though. Yeah, I don't know, fam. It was very me out of excitement. I was like, it's gonna be a crazy week, right? We're gonna dump money into this market. We're gonna do crazy things in this market. We're gonna do great. We're gonna do phenomenal. Like as Trump was in the Middle East, right? He was in Abu Dhabi. He did all this stuff, which was great. It was actually bullish, but funny enough, see this buy I'm in. Look at this 15-minute time frame. It broke below the zone. Now this, see, I put this line here for a reason, and I'm gonna put a little like title in it, right? This is where I got beat up, like left to right. Like I got smacked all across this line from here to here, right? And I was just like, I thought the market would stay here or not go too far, but I was completely off. It gravitated off like in the wrong direction, right? It wasn't. I wasn't able to read the box properly, and that was my fault. I still haven't figured out what was going on, right? But I'm able to identify this, right? Okay, so price did all this beautiful move and it shot up over here and it came back down, but something about this right here. You see that? That seems to be like that zone that is not breaking. And I'm okay with that, right? Because now I know where the floor is. So once price came to that area, boom, boom, I executed a quick buy. Quick buy right there. So I jumped in. And this could be actually a potential like momentum for the day. And a couple of things line up in terms of fundamental analysis, meaning news, right? Now, what I mean by that, right? Look at the news that came out, right? We have the new bill that's going into Congress for approval, the big beautiful bill, right? That has to do with pretty much that's like your blue collar bill, right? So, right, no tips on overtime, no tips. No, I'm sorry, no tax on tips, no tax on overtime. However, you know what was really cool, and I absolutely love this. Um, if you have a kid that was born before January 1st, 2024, right? And they're not over the age of 8, you can open a child, it's called the MAGA something savings account, but it works as a 401k. So you can fund that account up to $5,000 a year, right? And they can pull that money out at 30, not 65, at 30, but it works as a 401k account. And you have the ability to custody that account. That way you can tell where that money is being invested into, right? That's dope. And on top of that, if you choose to open one for your child, the government will automatically give you $1,000 credit towards the account for your kid. I thought that's genius. That is so dope. So I'm definitely gonna start. I'm gonna open the accounts as soon as the bill passes. We have to go through Congress and stuff. But that was one of the coolest things that I seen on there. So yeah, that's pretty cool. All right, let's see what this market is doing. We are in 50-50. We got Tesla, right? All these stupid companies opening up in red. Let's see. You know what I haven't checked? I haven't checked today's movements. All right, so we got crude oil inventories. CPI for GBP came out. Oh yeah, and your CPI went up. England CPI went up. What's going on? A lot too. They went up over a full percent. Okay. Oh, we got G7 meetings. Okay. 10-year bond auctions in Germany. So we got a couple of FOMC members speaking today, nothing crazy, and then just crude oil inventories at 10:30. All right, that's not bad. S&P futures pre-market trading, XPeng stock jumps, earning and guidance. Okay, there's another company that's also exploding that kind of shot up yesterday. It was a military defense company, and the reason why they're doing so well is because Trump announced the creation of what's called the Golden Dome or whatever the hell they want to call it. Um, and the Golden Dome is if you ever see what Israel has something called the Iron Dome. They call it like the weapon of God or whatever, that shoots missiles so fast and like anti-defense, so like it could knock out missiles in the middle of the sky. Like it'll shoot them down like super quick. So they're gonna build one. They want to build one here over the U.S. I think it's pretty smart. And then of course defense contractors are gonna jump on that and have their little stocks jump up. All right, overall, boom, gold doing this thing. Oil's pretty stable in the 60s, which is good. S&P 500, NAS, they're all kind of the same movement. Nothing's changing in these. But I think we're gonna bounce up right here, this area. So that's why I have that buy. Okay, good. It closed. That's still an indecision candle though. Still pretty in this. Let me take a look at the one. All right, there you go. There's your flag pattern. So we have a Fibonacci movement. We had a retracement. Let's see if it'll continue on up. That's a nice flag pattern right there. Oh, that's why bond yields are rising and the China chip feud rattles. So it's this whole chip shit going on. The whole thing with Nvidia not being able to sell chips to China and China wanting those chips. So, yo, you guys been seeing those trendy baby videos on TikTok? Just are hilarious, bro. I want to make me one of them for me. They're hilarious. I've seen everybody and their moms on there. AI is wild. All right, where am I gonna take this to? Let's see. Let's take it to the equals at least. Okay, this trade is automatically set for profit. So not for profit, but for long term. So I'm gonna put this trade right there. We can hit that. Boom. I put that right there. Let's see. Maybe we'll do a nice little scalp now. It's just hard to box this market out. Look, if I was to scalp, maybe this area right here. See? And then put this in the middle, and then just that. But I gotta go like I can't. I'm taking up too much of my leverage. Yeah, that what I opened the three. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go one, and then just take this to up here. I guess maybe we'll see if it breaks. Nice, another nice, beautiful double bottom formation right here. Will it sell off? Will it buy? Six, five, four, three, two. Let's see. Maybe we'll get a little quick retracement. Yeah, seems to be exhausting there. What's the price of Bitcoin today? 107. Oh my God. 107, 250. Oh, look at that push. Okay, that was a quick little retracement. Is it legit or is it a fake? I might exhaust. Let's try it again. Let's see. I'm doing these small trades just in case I'm wrong. But even if it retraces halfway, it's exhausting. 5 seconds left. Yeah, that resistance is pretty strong. Come on, come on. There we go. I'll close that one. Let's see. 657, 169 for Solana. Who's the one that wants to buy USDC? Is it Ripple? I think it was Ripple. Ripple or Coinbase. I forgot what the whole thing going on with these two are. Uh, Ripple. Yeah, Ripple. That's big. Is this even sharing? It is. You guys can see my screen, right? There we go. Oh, look, there's a breakout. All right, see, that's why I closed that one so quickly. Kinda, yeah, it would be. It would be. And you know what will happen to USDC now, right? That USDC will become a complete wait, 1 minute. Let me see, 15. Did it break above my 15 zone? Not yet. Not yet, but I'm gonna close this one anyway. This trade's running beautifully. It kind of went up to the previous high where it was at, but I'll make that loss up on this push on this one that I got in earlier. Yeah, USDC will become a centralized currency. That's why I don't. I mean, Ripple is cool to invest into the future and shit, but I wouldn't give it too much power. And I get it, banks are adopting it and it's good for the banks, and that's about it. It's a bank coin. And the whole purpose behind crypto is to push ourselves away from the banks. Yeah, it's a nice push. Push, push, push. A nice formation right there. Somebody had asked me if I can do some of these scalps and trade forex pairs. I might do it just for you. You know, I don't like to, but take higher risk on this one. Damn, UJ's wild. UJ's bananas. GU, I see GU. GU should be bearish right now. The dollar should be strong over the pound if the pound just had inflation go up by almost a full percent. GJ, that's a nice pattern about to break. Look at that. Flags are us right here. GU. GU's on an uptrend. And it's not making higher highs here. UCAD, bearish, of course. Maybe gold. I want to trade gold too. There's that push to the upside on gold. Damn, I was really expecting a short on Bitcoin. There it is. There's that break. Said see ya. 15 minutes. All right, I'm still holding on to that buy. Look, it's pushing back into that zone. Okay, so that we might get a play area. That's what I'm looking for. And we might get in back into that play area. Question is if it's gonna close back in there. 2 minutes. See, that's an exhaustion, an inverted hammer, so that should be a sell. But I want more confirmation than just a candle. That one, oh, 1 minute is good. 5 minutes. All right, I'm gonna take that one. I'm gonna sell this back in here. Let's see. Right there. Then that's good. Maybe push back down here. I mean, that'd be nice if it did. But let's see. I'm gonna just leave that there. Just to get a nice retracement on this. That was three time frames with confirmations of reversals, which is why I took the trade. Okay. And then once you confirm the trade direction, then your next step is to find where to. Now I put a TP here, but that's just as a matter of fact, hold up. I want to move this further down here. It's just an in case, right? Doesn't mean I'm going to take it there, but it's just like if you watch how we scalp around 10 o'clock, which we are 3 minutes away from, by the way, um, you get this one candle that will just pop up and like either shoot crazy up or crazy down. So just in case, whether if this shoots straight down and we can't catch it fast enough, it'll at least close me out in profit just because that candle is there. I mean, just because that TP is set there. It happened to us on Monday. Monday was crazy. And Enrique said, I'm trying to get back into trading after 2 years. You left for 2 years? Oh man, you missed out on the fun. Which broker do you use now? EagleFX seems to be dead. It's not just that, is if you haven't been trading in 2 years, then you need to know that trading MetaTrader is no longer valid. MetaTrader doesn't really work with the brokers we use because the MetaQuote license expires. So I use Osprey, and Osprey lines up with TradeLocker. The MetaQuotes license has expired. So they did not renew it in the US because of regulation with the SEC and all this other bullshit. I'm gonna close this trade. Take that quick 80. So yeah, no more trading view. I mean, no more MetaTrader. At least, I mean, technically you could use it if you use regulated brokers, but we don't use regulated brokers, right? We don't like the regulated brokers just because of their limitations to what we can make, what we can trade. We can't trade US trading on regulated brokers, which is a no-no for me. So Osprey FX and then download Trade Locker. Trade Locker works on your phone, laptop, tablet. Is to me, to be honest, this is to me is way better than MetaTrader. So, all right, see, I can let it ride, but whatever. I just took it to my greed checker. It's an exhaustion line here too, so I don't want to push it. I'm still in that buy overall. Yeah, it looks real nice. So there could be some massive exhaustion right here too. So because of my margin, I'm not gonna take any more buys. I'm only gonna take equal margin trades, which would be, the same position in the opposite direction, which is why I took a three sell and my margin was at zero. But look, see, what I got out. Key level, this would have been a beautiful buy if you had margin. Like I just said, I don't have any margin, I'm not buying, but you could have bought it. Boom, 50% to right there. Make some quick money on that. But again, I only took a little one because I still think the long projection overall for the rest of the day will be a bullish momentum, pushing to at least up here. As a matter of fact, what I'm going to do, I'm going to set this trade up before I forget. It is officially 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock. I'm going to actually position this trade and move it up this TP to, I'm going to put it up here, right there. That'll be the where I'm taking this trade to. The first one I took, the initial one. So it took the initial, letting that ride, and then in between we're scalping. One minute. Looks good. Looks good, looks good. All right, beautiful people. Who took profits with me today? That was very nice. Very, very nice. I mean, still have this trade running. Oh, wait, before I forget too. Hold up. Hey, see, look, I told you. 10 o'clock. What did I say? My right or am I right? I literally called it. 10 o'clock, you get that stupid candle that just explodes either up or down, which is the direction of the market. Right? I told you guys that. That's why I secured and closed that trade. Right? It's like I've been trading for a while or something. Oh man, I'm gonna put this nah, I'm gonna put this right here. Yeah, right there. Crazy. I told you. 10 o'clock. I was off by a minute. I did it at 10:01, but still. All right, so now we just wait it out. I'm in a trade. I'm locked in. The sells are looking promising though, but the candle already broke out. Yeah, it's gonna refill all of this. Yeah. All right, beautiful people. I'm gonna let you guys go. Appreciate you guys being on here. Quick profits there, letting this one run. This one's already paid for, ready to go. Anybody have any questions for me before I close this out? We'll be back here tomorrow. All right. We will be back tomorrow. Tomorrow is Thursday. All right. We have nope, we have 6 more days. All right. If you are on Instagram, I dropped the link. All right. I dropped the link so you can enroll for free and get access to these calls. I'm not dropping the links on there anymore. All right. You guys have access to the links now. So click on them. All right. Get back into it and don't quit. Get back into it and don't leave. It only delays the process, brother. All right, beautiful people. Have a great rest of your day. Take care.